is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am Michael Honeycutt. If you're new here, today, by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the reality of bodybuilding in itself, not just natural bodybuilding, but bodybuilding as a whole. So to start off, basically, we're going to talk about all social media and fitness gurus, influencers, yada yada. And I obviously do this myself too, but for you to be able to get views and get clicks and this and that, you one have to have a good physique, obviously, but two, you have to be able to show that physique in a way that people are going to like it and click on it and want to follow that. So for me, I'll give an example. I'm a natural bodybuilder, right? So I need to find the best lighting. I need to have a good camera. I need to be able to know how to use the lighting and position myself under the lighting, as well as have the mind muscle connection to pose and show y'all the physique that I have. So I'll kind of, show y'all what I'm talking about. And, obviously, not everybody is going to be able to do this because, you can have a phone camera, but it's only going to show so much. Once you get a real camera, it's more of like the striations that you'll be able to see, and the shadows will be more out there for everybody to see. So I'm going to kind of zoom out here and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. The reality of it is most of the people that you see, especially natural influencers like myself, whatever you see on social media or whatever they're posting, that is not at all what they're going to look like 24/7 or what they're going to show you. So like for example here, right? So this is going to be me completely relaxed. No flexing, no posing, no nothing, just completely relaxed. This is what I'm looking like 24/7. And it's good in itself, right? Because I mean, I still have a physique, sort of. I mean, I've been working 6 or 7 years for it, so I better have a physique for it. But um, something I kind of want to get at here is I want you to understand that there's a light that's directly above my head. So one thing you need right off the bat, you're going to need a light source that's right above your head. And what that's going to do for you is whatever muscles that you have already, without even posing, it's going to create a shadow. So for my chest, for example, I want you to see the shadow that's under my chest. The only reason that this is even showing right now is because of where I'm positioning myself under the light, right? So if I were to kind of back up a little bit more, you won't be able to see the chest as much just because of where I'm positioning myself under the lighting. So lighting is a huge, huge, huge thing, right? As I walk forward and forward and forward, you see more and more and more shadow until eventually I get to the point where there's too much shadow and I'm overdoing it, right? So I'm going to back up here and I'm going to put myself at an angle under that light to where I'm going to show all of my muscles off pretty good. So I want to show you kind of the difference of between an unflexed me and then a flexed me. So I'll kind of show you that right now. Unflexed, obviously. And then I'm first going to flex my ab. That's going to go first. And then for me to flex my traps, I just over slouch almost, bring it forward just like that. And then I'm going to bring my hands together right over left and then twist them in so I can bring my biceps in too. And that's going to give me an overall nice flex of the bicep, a little bit of this, belt right here. And then you're going to get the traps too, as well as the chest and ball. So from a side profile, it's going to kind of look like this, right? And something you need to understand, right, is when people are showing you, look, there's a difference between me standing here like this, right, and then me standing here like completely relaxed. So I want you to understand that, just because when you're looking through social media, comparing yourself with all these other people, you cannot compare yourself to them. I mean, there's really nothing else I can tell you. Is because when they go home or when they get out of the gym and they don't have good lighting, they're not at all going to look like that. Unless, of course, they're on performance enhancing drugs, which I do not recommend you take whatsoever. All of this is attainable naturally. Yeah, you're just going to be healthier if you don't take them. And obviously, people do say you feel like a superhuman on them, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a lot more impressive to have a natural physique and, all of the numbers that you produce naturally. Like I just did a 475-pound deadlift, conventional, and that's natural. So for me, that's impressive. But somebody who's on performance enhancing drugs, they're probably going to rip a 650, 700 deadlift standard. And, I could probably get there with 5 or 6 more years of training, which most likely will happen. It's just you're going to have to take the patience. You're going to have patience to get there, right? And a lot of people nowadays, which is so sad to see, all these kids and teenagers hopping on performance enhancing drugs, and they're just ruining their lives, man. I mean, there's really nothing else I can tell you. You're really ruining your life when you do it. Because the thing about it is, you get so addicted to it. It's a drug. You get addicted, and you're not going to be able to hop off of it. I mean, take Ronnie Coleman, for example. Look at him now. You want to be like that when you're older? No. Me personally, I don't. So I think everything that you're going to do naturally is a lot more impressive than anybody that's going to be on drugs. And of course, you have to do the hard work. I'm not just saying the performance enhancing drugs are just going to get you there automatically. You still have to eat the food, you still have to go to the gym, you still have to do all your work. It's just getting you there quicker and getting you way further than you would ever be able to go if you stayed natural. So just take that into account if you're ever thinking about it. Obviously, I'm going to advocate do not do it. Yeah, but we'll kind of go through. I'm going to show you the whole 360 of a flexed and unflexed me. And yeah, so we'll start with the front. Obviously, you guys already saw it. The abs go first, then the trap, then the arms. Then I twist my hands up like that to get the biceps involved as well. I'm going to come to a side profile. So side profile, basically, I don't want to slouch, right? So if I'm slouching, I'm already just going to have a terrible look. So for you to just fix that in 2 seconds, shoulders up, roll them back, drop them down, chest is out. And for me to also flex the side profile, all I got to do here is just flex the abs and then bring to the side just a tad, flex the tricep. And that's a good, side pose right there. And then also you have this where you're going to bring your right leg, you're going to push it up against your left, and then you're going to come from here. So I like to kind of flex the tricep first, show the abs as well, and then I'm going to just bring it in. So that's a good side right there. And then we're going to move to the back here. So this is my back, completely relaxed. I can't really see if I'm going to be able to. There might be too much shadow here, but we'll see. So if I'm going to flex my back, obviously, at first, I'm going to pull back like I'm doing a lat pull. And then I'm just going to push like I'm doing a tricep extension. Bring my arms up. And then roll out the lats. Bring the biceps in. So that's, the difference between a flexed, unflexed me. And of course, I need you guys to understand that this is perfect lighting right now. And I have a pretty good camera. And I know how to use it. I know how to use, the lighting. I know where to put myself under the lighting and everything like that. So take that all into account before you look at social media and say this is unattainable and this is this and that and whatever. So for example, Alex Eubank. 100% does not look like he shows you on social media if you go to see him out in public. It's the same for me. I mean, the only way you're going to get clicks and you're going to get views is if you're taking performance enhancing drugs and you look insane, or you know how to use lighting, you know how to use a camera, you know how to position yourself under the lighting, etc. So kind of zoom back in here for a second. So I might have been, rambling all over the place, but the moral of the story is do not compare yourself to people on social media because 100% of the time they are either on performance enhancing drugs or they have a good camera like I do myself, which I'm using the Sony ZV-E10 with a Tamron 17 to 70 millimeter lens. I know how to use my camera. I know where to put the light above me to get the shadows on my body to show the aesthetic. So you need to take that into account before you go into the gym and you put yourself under a shitty lighting and then say, oh, well, I don't look good. Why don't I give up? And take, might as well just hop on steroids because I don't look good. So before you do any of that, try to learn how to use a light source, learn how to pose, learn how to eat, and learn how to actually work out before you start doing any drug. And I mean, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it is never going to be worth it. And, you're tanking your health for something that you could attain had you have had patience. So, yeah, I feel like I've talked enough, guys. I've gone through the points I want to go through, and I know it's been like this probably on a roller coaster, but I hope you guys take something away from this video. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. If you did learn something or you like this video, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. I really want to try and make this a career. I want to show you all the reality of bodybuilding itself, and I just want people to not compare themselves to people as much on social media. And I want people to be able to learn how to use the light and learn how to use the camera, learn how to learn how to pose, etc. So like I was saying, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys next time.